Well, Port of St. John's to the Portuguese has been their second home because this is the I don't think they went ashore in Greenland. The only place they would come ashore is St. John's, and whatever money they had, they would spend in the local stores. They would go in the old arcade. They didn't speak the language, so they would go in with catalogs from Eaton's. At that time, Woolworths, which was close to the waterfront, the old Woolworths, they had this machine that would take photographs. What you'd pay 50 cents or $1 or whatever it was in those days. You put a few coins in, and so they would get dressed up in their best clothes, that they had, the fishermen, and they would come and take their photograph, which they would send home to their wives or to their girlfriends to show that they were still in very good condition after a very hard trip. So the Woolworth was a very busy place when the fleet was in, because this was a sort of a custom that they had of doing that. I don't think there's people that are in their 60s or more all had a game of football. They would come either on the waterfront, or they would go on the football fields and join in with the locals to have a good game of football on the while they were in the community. So this is one of the points, one of the strong points. Or sometimes they even went in and traded. They would make little model ships on board, and they would trade them against merchandise in the arcade. And I know that that happened with former Mayor John Murphy, that he had little boats from 20, 30 years ago, or more than that, because the White Fleet's been finished in '74. So they would come in. And a very nice anecdote is you would see Portuguese fishermen, when they were tying up on the south side of the harbor, walking in the town in the midsummer with large hip rubber boots. And everybody was saying, "Oh, the poor Portuguese, they don't have money to buy shoes." This wasn't at all. The case was that in those boots they had brandy, which they were hiding in the boots, that they would go and walk into town and sell the aguardiente that they had, which was stuffed inside of the boots, which they had several bottles stuffed, and they'd be having a hard time walking. But it wasn't a question of shoes; it was just a question of convenience.